can you talk a little bit about the business, kind of the product journey that the software platform took?
Yeah. Do you want to do that? He's like, yeah, kind of. I mean, I think the thing I'll say first is that you're exactly right, Amanda. And the thing that surprised us the most was how quickly we pivoted to end up having some sort of SaaS component. We built this as an internal tool. That's why we went to you guys when we talked about, and I know that Jeff's going to bring this up too, when we talked about discovery. We're like, well, what's a point and what's discovery? And we already know what we want, so we don't need to do that part. We're just going to tell you. And they're like, no, we need to learn your business. And it was 100% correct. It was one of the most valuable things that we did, because I think it allowed us, Tom and I, to have less of a narrow view and see there's an entire market of this. Like, we are saying this, people who are building the software are not people with substantive knowledge. That's baked into what we did. Clients want that too. They might not want a full outsourcing solution. It's expensive. It forces you to sort of let go of everything. They want something else too. And that was really, I think, the thing that showed us immediately. Like, there are services here that we can market as a SaaS client.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Access databases provided a little bit of a view of licenses for clients, but it wasn't robust enough to kind of trust it, and only a handful used it, and it wasn't something you would happily necessarily demo to a client. Evergreen, the product, ended up demoing really well, and people who are renewing licenses every day, and they made this law firm that's renewing licenses every day, they're like, oh, these people get it, and it's baked into the tool. And that's when they wanted the additional access. And so full service, Flaherty does everything. That scared people a little bit. And so then the SaaS model, people say, oh, I just want to pay for a license, and then we'll keep all our internal staff, and we'll keep renewing licenses. That's attractive to people. And then also something in the middle is the most attractive. We call it the hybrid model, where they can keep renewing, Flaherty can renew, and we can easily pass licenses back and forth. Be that seasonally, somebody goes out on a leave, you grow, and you don't have the staff yet to handle the growth in the new region because you just took over somebody else. Flaherty can absorb that until you staff up. So the hybrid model is super popular.
And especially during COVID, when so many people were, a mass exodus of careers, changing careers. Every company that we worked with looked different at the end of that. And that was something that allowed them to be a little bit more nimble too. They don't have to make the full all-in dedication, like we're going to outsource everything. They can sort of dip their toe in a little bit and say, okay, we'll give you this, we'll keep this. And it's worked out perfectly exactly the way that we thought maybe it could.
And those two things made it easier to market. Having a SaaS option, having a hybrid option, it made it less scary. And Jeff was right. There were some, if you're a director of licensing at a big hotel company and part of your duties are the renewals, you're a little protective of that territory. You don't want to outsource that to a third party. The irony is they come on as a hybrid client. They then give us, 30%, and then it's 50, and then it's 70, and then it's 100, and they're like, I've got other things to do. It ends up being full outsource.